Welcome. This is Shelley with the Putnam County District Library, the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. Last week we were looking at, the session was titled, Who is Ted? We were looking at TED Talks and all the different information that's available on YouTube through what's called TED and Who is Ted. This week we're going to look at another site that's available called KhanAcademy, and KhanAcademy can be found at KhanAcademy.com for the internet address. And the site, it was developed by a gentleman named Saul Khan, and it's founded as a nonprofit, and it's supported through philanthropic donations. And the creation started when Saul was trying to help his third grade niece and tutoring. So he started creating these videos, and he's grown into something very large to this day. But I'm going to show you here a link to a video. There it is. Here it is. It's just, if you were to go to YouTube, you can find this video, and what it is there was a gentleman who was an employee for KhanAcademy, or he is an employee, and they had this talent show thing and he developed this whole video, which kind of gives a really kind of a play on how and why KhanAcademy was developed and what it kind of involves. So I will put the YouTube link in our YouTube notes at the bottom here when I'm finished. But I wanted to show that, and I wanted to make sure that you also are aware that there is something referred to as Homeroom with Sal that is a podcast. If anyone's into listening to podcasts, that's could be something that you might want to subscribe to. It's kind of interesting. But I'm going to start off here. I'm going to show you when you go to log in, you have the option of create an account as a learner, teacher, or parent. And again, the learner has the date for a birthday. And again, that goes back to the fact of being 13 years of age for using on the internet. So I have then here, I'm going to pull it across. Sorry, I'm throwing things at my house here. I'm going to pull this across and show you. I'm already logged in. You can see up here in the corner where I'm logged in. You're always going to see this about the donation. You can just close that up. But when I go up here to where my account name is, currently I'm on my learner homepage. I have the option of a teacher dashboard because this is logged in as a teacher account, but I want to show you in settings. If I go to settings, when I am at this, I have my nickname. I can specify all this information. This is where I would change my password. This is also then how I have linked my account is with Google. You can log in through Google, Facebook, Apple, or an email address. And then what I wanted you to see is right down here are different roles. So I'm logged in as a teacher, but I can also check the role of parent because obviously a lot of teachers are parents. So you might want both roles, or if you're a parent and don't want the teacher role, this is where you make that. And then this is what page it's going to default to. So it's always going to default to my teacher dashboard, but I could change it to a parent dashboard that it defaults to. So I'm going to go ahead and say save there. So my options have been saved. Now I'm going to go back up here to my name. And if I go to my teacher dashboard, what you see is this is a class. I can add new classes. I can add students. And this is where my resources would be. And when I wanted you to make note of this particular page because there's educational, very good videos here that will go into much more detail than what I'm going to today with this. But these are very much worth watching. And then if I go back up here to the top where my courses are, this is where I would choose and pick which courses and what I teach. Now, when this started out, it was geared much more at math and science, and now it is expanded into a lot more than that. So notice here I have second grade and I have 1%. So it's just showing what I've done. I'm going to go back here again and I'm going to click on the second grade, and you can see it comes up with the start course challenge, or I can say no thanks. If I were to do a start course challenge, basically it's going to test where my level's at, and it might jump me ahead and allow me to bypass some of the things. I'm just going to say no thanks, because I want you to see here, this will be the same exact look that you would have whether you're a teacher or a parent for your student. And here I had started to answer questions, so I would say continue. And then what I have here is it comes up with adding within 20. These are the actual videos to watch. And then this is where I would actually be testing myself. So here I had done some of the work. You can see where it says, okay, yeah, great, nice, and proficient, so I can move on. If I want to watch a video, I'm going to click over here. The video is going to start up.
We want to figure out what is equal to 8 plus 7. And I'm going to give you a little bit of help by drawing what is known as 10 frames.
Okay, so that's just the example of what the video looks like. And then here, if I were to go to start, is an example of what it looks like to practice with my questions. So I have 7 questions. I say, let's go. And then I can start in answering my questions. Notice if I have problems, there's a video that I can watch. So say for some reason I'm getting this wrong. I check, nope, not quite yet. Okay, I'm going to watch the video to kind of give me a hint about how to get. And I can still do another hint. So if I go, okay, I've watched the video, check again, now I know that I've got it right. And I can keep going. I do have the option here of just the ability to make some changes if I want, just to dress things up, change the colors, erase, so forth. And then if I go on down the page, like I've done these, I have a quiz. If I go to start quiz, I've got 5 questions, 5 to 10 minutes. I say, let's go. And then I'm going to get, the nice thing with a lot of these is they do resemble a lot of the look and the appearance of what students are seeing when they're doing some of their standardized testing. So they can look here, answer, check. Okay, good. Had to read it, make sure I could get it right. All right. So again, more quizzes and then the unit test. And then the other feature that is very nice is this help section that they have here. And they have all of these different questions that you can ask. And they do have this community, which is very helpful because it gives some tips and tricks that people might offer and provide. So that is basically what Khan Academy is. Again, it's one of those things that I have just barely touched the surface on. But if you were to get in and especially go to your the dashboard areas here and go down to where there's learn more here with the parents. This is as a parent where you're going to add a child. So here is where I could click. I would add my child in, and I've got all these parent resources again that are available to me. So when I click on this, I can have this getting started, got all of this information that's available for a parent as well. And then I'm just going to go back here one more time to my learner home page, because this is where we had went in, and you can, at this point, you can see my progress. So you can see kind of what I've done in the last 7 days, or I can change this to the last 30. I can, again, go to my profile. I can change and see the information in here as well, because it's showing me exactly what I have been working on. And with teachers, I can actually join classes and collaborate with other educators. So, like I said, this is just a brief touch on what all's available. Khan Academy is a wonderful resource for an individual, as an adult, or as a child. So I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and we'll look forward to seeing you after the holidays with more online learning through our YouTube account.